I'm just going to get you to kind of center yourself, come into this moment right now. We have 45 minutes of Pilates. We're going to work on our core. So we're going to sit up nice and tall first, lengthen that spine. Imagine that you've got a string pulling you up, 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 up to the ceiling. And as you're doing that, you're going to start to engage your pelvic floor. So you're going to pull your pelvic floor up as if it's on a string or a cable, like an elevator. Pull it up, 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 up to the top. Take those shoulders back and down. And then from here, we're going to start to engage that core and doing the Pilates points. So we're going to take our pubic bone and our tailbone and we're going to button them together. We're going to imagine that we're buttoning from front to back. We're going to take our lower belly to our lower back, button that together. So again, imagining that that is your powerhouse. Pull that together. Then lower belly, belly button to spine. You're going to do that again with sort of the front of your bra line to the back of your bra line, and then sort of to the corresponding spot on your back, keeping those shoulders back and out, and keep that all buttoned together. So throughout our workout today, I want you to come back to that, reset if you need to. If you start to lose that connection, come back to it. All right, so you want to think about pulling those press points together. You're going to come into tabletop, knees under hips, wrists under shoulders, and you're just going to rock forward and back. We're just going to start to warm up your wrists a little bit. And I'll ask that everybody else is on mute. I'm keeping my head towards you so you can hear me, but I would like you to keep your head in line with your spine. We're going to turn those hands around so our fingers face us, the same little tiny puffs, warming up the extensor muscles in the arms, in the forearms. And then you can stay right here, or you can flip those hands over so the top of your hands come down. And just do a little stretch there, just a little down and up. Just warming up your wrists. We're going to sit back on our heels, bring the hands out. So one hand comes up, fingers face the ceiling. And stretch out that wrist. Bring it down, so fingertips point down. And then do a little rotation of that wrist. And then we'll switch sides, so we'll go to the other side. Take those fingers down. And then do those little circles. Good, we're going to come back into that tabletop position so that wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips. And you're just going to start to take some movement here. We're going to start by lifting opposite arm and opposite leg and reaching away from our body. So we're going to just reach away and then come back down. And then reach away. And keep going. And you're just going to reset each time, remembering to keep that lower belly towards the lower back, pubic bone towards tailbone, belly button towards spine. Almost as if you've got a nice tight pair of jeans on. Do one more each side. Good. Take a little hold, reset yourself, and we're going to take this out. We're going to bring opposite arm out, opposite leg, and then bring your elbow to your knee. Just bringing it in, just warming up the body. Keeping your neck in line with your spine. I'm looking at you so you can hear me. One more. And then switch it up. Here we go. We're going to do 3 more. One more. We're going to come back to the center. Press back into table or into child's pose. Walk those fingers forward. And we're going to come up and move over onto our backs. So today we are going to do a little series. So we're going to take ourselves through sort of our Pilates routine and up through the routine. So we're going to come back down onto the mat. Bring your heels in towards your seat. Shoulders back and down. So your feet are close to your seat there, and the feet are hip distance apart. We're going to lift our chest up off the ground just a little, and we're going to bring our hands up to the sides, and we're going to take this to a little pulse. So the neck is relaxed. We're going to just do a little pulse. Now, if you need to warm up a little bit more, you can always do it with your head down on the ground. You could have one hand back. So we're just going to do little pulses here. Inhale. Go in. We're going to do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to come back down. All right, so from here, you could continue with that exact movement that we just did. You could stack your knees up over your hips. Push them away from you a little bit. Again, think about getting that low belly to low back, setting that core up, and then doing a lift up, and then we're going to start again to just pulse those hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2, 3, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. 20, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 30, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 35, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 10, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 2, and 3, and 4, and 50, and then come on back. So we're just starting to warm up those muscles, those abdominal muscles. We're going to do it one more time, either of the first two options, or you can take your legs up, point them up to the ceiling, and then drop them down a little bit. Bring those shoulders up. And we go again. We're just doing 50. Here we go. So again, you can have one hand back. Ready? We're going to go 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 10. 2, 3, 4, and 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 20. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 25. 30. 35, 40, 45, come on down, take that stretch, give yourself a little hug. We're going to set this up now to do our ab curl. So we've got those feet in again. Your fingertips can come to your temples, or you can create a little hammock for your head and have your hands behind your head as you lift up, just like this. So we can lift up our fingers to our temples. What I want you to think about is bringing your ribs towards your hips. So rather than lifting your neck up. So getting yourself set. We're going to do 8 of these. We're going to lift for 1. 3. 4. Back there. All right, and the same idea. You can keep your feet exactly where they are. You can lift them up and stack them over your hips. Push them away this round. And we're going to do this again, thinking about bringing those ribs towards the hips. And here we go. We're going to lift. 8. For 7. For 6. For 5. If you need to reset, please reset. And then relax. Good. We're going to do that one more time, this time with those legs up, dropping them down. Ready, setting yourself up. Remember, your feet could be flat, your knees could be stacked. And setting yourself up. Here we go. We're going to lift. Try to relax your face muscles. We're not using our neck. We've got 3 left. 3, bringing the ribs towards the hips. 2, 1, and then come on down. And then you can take your hands up over your head with your feet flat on the ground. You can bring your knees in. Good. All right, moving on. We're going to come into a crisscross position this time. So feet are flat on the ground. We're going to, again, fingertips to temples, lift up, and we're going to do a little twist to the side. So we're going to come back to the center. We're not coming down this time. So this one, what I want you to really focus on is looking just to the side of that thigh. So it's not a big, huge twist. It's a little small twist. All right. Here we go, lifting up. We're going to go center, side, center, side. Center, side, center, side. Center, side, center, side. Center, side, center, side. We've got 4 more. Center, side, center, side, center, side, center, side. We've got 2 more. Last one. Excellent. And then take that little stretch. So you should have felt that all down here in those obliques. We're going to do that again with the same options, everybody. So feet could stay flat. Your knees could come up and stack. You choose your best options for today. Bringing those heels in towards you, can put your feet flat. Knees stacking, you're going to push them away. And here we go. Center, side, center. Imagine that you were looking in your side mirror. Just a little check. Make sure there's nobody behind you. Keeping those elbows back. We've got 3 more. 3, it's just a little lift. 2. 1 more. And come back. Good job. All right, we've got 1 more though, so we should really start to be feeling some feels here. This should be waking us up. All right, last one. Remember, you can use your hands as a hammock. All right, setting yourself up, not pulling your neck up, lifting up your legs can be straight up and come down. Here we go. Center, side, center, side, center, side, center. We've got 4 left. Choose your options. Last 2. Last 1. And come on down. Ooh, nice work, everybody. All right. I'm going to do some leg lifts next. So we're going to start with 1 knee bent. And we're going to simply lift that leg up. So it's going to go straight up for the first round. And then we're going to take it out to the side for the second round. Now, we really want to concentrate on having that movement come from the low belly. If you would like more from this, you can extend that other leg out right away. So it's a leg lift, comes up. We're going to do the first round like this. We're going to do the second round out to the side. All right, and we're going to repeat that. So setting yourself up, your best options. Here we go. So the leg is coming in. It's in a hover. We're going to bring it up and down. So we want to maintain that connection in the core. Lower belly, pulling towards lower back. Inhale and exhale. We're going to do 2 more. And then right away, we're going to go out to the side. So we're going to take it to the side. It's not a big one. To the side, because you want to control it. Try to have it come from the abdominals rather than your hip flexor. So it might only be a little move. We've got 2 more. One more. And bring it back. Give your leg a little hug. We're going to switch sides. So that leg comes into the hover. We lift it up. Good. Everything else is down and relaxed. Think about coming from the lower abdominals and control these. Good, and we're going to take it out to the side. We're going to go side. Control them. Three more. 3, 2, and 1. Give that leg a hug. So remember, you can take it to that extended leg. The other leg can be extended, or you can keep it flat on the ground for the second round. All right, so ready, here we go. We're going to drop that leg. Want a little bit more, you can hover that other leg. You want one more. Try not to lose the connection. Take it out to the side. May not be very far. Two more. One more. And then bring that leg in, give it a hug. All right, so you can, knowing that you can always change what the other leg is doing. It can be foot flat on the ground. All right, so we're going to switch sides. It could be a little hover. You choose. Here we go. Maintaining that tight pair of jeans. And it's slow and controlled. There's no speed to this. It's slow, slow, slow. Last one. Take it to the side. Four more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give that leg a hug. Good job, everybody. So next up, you can do any one of those options. You can do it to legs dropping down, just like that. You can alternate it, just like that. And then we're going to go out to the side. So again, it's not hard. It's coming from that low belly. All right, set yourselves up. Think about your press points. Think about your powerhouse. Shoulders back and down. Take your legs up, and then we start to drop just a little. Now, we don't want to lose the connection, so it may not be a big drop. If this hurts your low back, don't go as far or take one of the other options. Half on one side, half on the other. We're doing one more. So we're doing 8 all together. Here, go to the legs, stop again. And bring it back in. Think about squeezing those inner thighs as you bring it back in. Keeping that core engaged. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Give those legs a hug. Good job. You can do some little circles. All right, next up, we are going to do leg circles. So again, the one you can stay bent, the other leg's going to come up, and we're going to do little circles with that leg. Again, coming from that low belly. All right, setting yourselves up. Here we go. Do circles like you are chasing an orange with those toes. Inhale, and exhale. And we are going to reverse this, go the other way. Heaven. Switching to the other side, knowing that you can take that leg extended if that works for you. Ready? Here we go. Dropping that leg down to that little toe circle. Go the other way. Good, and give that leg a hug. All right. So you can take that leg extended this time, if that works for you. Do those little circles, you can have them hover if that works for you. You can start to lose the connection or your back is change it up. Ready? Here we go. Reverse it. And give that a hug. Good, we're going to switch sides. Here we go. We're stacking down. Think about that core connection, lower belly to the back and go. Reverse it. Keep going, you've got 4, 3, try to get 10 from the lower abdominals, 2, 1, give that a hug. This last one, any of the options or feet together, drop them down and you can do these little circles with both legs. You choose. You can even do it with knees bent. Do it here. Do those little circles with your feet. All right, setting yourself up and go. The other way. And then give yourself a hug. Nice job, everybody. How are we doing? Okay? I can't see anybody. Okay, good. All right, we are going to come, we're going to come up and we're going to do some roll downs and then we're going to do some boats. So you want to sit yourself up towards the end of your mat. Take those feet hip distance apart. I'm going to sit on my mat so you can see that. Feet are hip distance apart, shoulders are back and down. We are going to slowly roll ourselves up and down. So preparing to do roll ups. So shoulders are going to come back and down. We're going to come down nice and slow. We're going to count it down. Try and control the descent. That's the idea. Try to keep those feet flat. If you need to lift them a little bit. Come down nice and slow. And then what we want to do is we'll start with our knees bent. Bring our hands up over our heads. And then try to pull up with that same control. Now we need to use a little help. Come on up that way. Eventually what we want to do is extend our legs and do the whole thing that way. All right, so try this out. We're going to do 3 of them. We're going to go all together, count it down, and count it back up. We're going to come down, shoulders back and down, chest back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Can you keep your feet down? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And reach up over that head. Try not to use too much momentum as you come back up. But if you need to, use it. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, using the core. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And there's always that sort of like little stick point. For me, it was at 7. So you can try that again with the feet bent. You can try with those feet out, shoulders back and extend it down. Go 10, 9, 8, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And try again to come back for that 10, 8, 7, 6, shoulders back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're going to go all the way forward. And you can take a little stretch there. You can bend the knees. Your hamstrings are tight. We'll do one more like that, whichever version works best for you. All right. Setting yourself up, shoulders back and down. We go down for 10, 9, 8, 2, 1. Arms up. Overhead, setting yourself up, coming up again. Remember, you can have your bent here. Thinking about pulling that lower belly roll back and pull. And we have the pressure. 7, 6, 5, 2, and come on. Give yourself a little stretch, a little curl. All right, we are going to do some boats next. So again, you're going to set yourself up. You want to kind of find your sits bones. So you might have to move around a little bit to find those bones deep down in the legs. And take those shoulders back and down. Now for your boat, you can come into this boat, shoulders back and down, come back in, and you can just practice lifting 1 foot at a time. Just 1 foot at a time. Just get that movement. You can come up, shoulders back and down, and set yourself up into that boat. Not too far back, you want to still be up. With your shoulders back and down, your core nice and engaged. So I want you to choose the boats that work best for you. All right, we are going to do 30-second boats. We're going to start right now. So here we go. So the option is to practice. Lift one leg. Maybe lift the other leg. Still effective, shoulders back and down. We have 10 seconds left, shoulders back and down. You can always reset. And come on. Little stretch. Nice. We're going to do that again. So again, setting yourself up in the boat that you like, that works for you. You can always move your boat. So you were here, you were having a foot lift, that's option 1. You could do your boat here. You can start to move your boat a little bit. I will let you decide. Okay? Ready? Set yourselves up, shoulders back and down, and go. You could always have your hands here. Give yourself a little bit of assistance. Shoulders down. You can have your arms out to the side. I want you to choose your best options. You can do that toe drop. You can do that moving boat. And then come on down again. We've got one more of those. Then we're moving on to the front. Good. You doing okay? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Good. All right, shoulders back and down. Your last boat starts in 3, 2, 1. So take your option. This is your workout. Keep going. Shoulders back and down, chest proud for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then give yourself that hug. Grab water if you need it at any point here. We're going to swing around onto our front side. And we're going to come down, we're going to do a little back work. So we're going to start to work those back muscles, those lats a little bit. We're going to do 3 different hand positions in what's called a torpedo. So your hands are going to first come in towards your body, palms in. Then you're going to face your palms down. Then you're going to face your palms up. So I'll show you what it looks like. Your arms are quite tight into your body. Your neck is in line with your spine. I'm looking at you again because I want you to be able to hear me, but I'll demo. So we come down, and then we lift. If you want more, you can lift your legs, but I don't want you to feel it in your low back. I really want this to be about upper back. So think about engaging that core from the bottom up. So shoulders back and down, hands come in, and your hands lift. We're going to hold here. Shoulders back and down, neck stays in line with the spine. Think about pulling your shoulder blades together. And come on down, rest your cheek to the ground. All right, so the next time we come up, we're going to bring our hands, I'm just going to turn my back to you for a second. You're going to bring your hand up. You're thinking about squeezing this part of your body today, your back, shoulders. All right, so setting yourselves up, palms face the ceiling, and lift. Think about upper back, squeezing together. Think about lower belly, pulling towards the lower back. Your gaze is down towards your mat. Keep going. And rest your cheek to the mat. You can use the opposite this time. All right, this time, we're going to take our palms down. So they're going to face the floor. Ready, and lift. Shoulders back and down. Palms face the floor. Keep going. You have 10 seconds, everybody. For 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Whoa. Good. All right, so remember, we're going to do that again. Your options are to take your thighs up off the ground, but only if that doesn't interfere with your low back. So setting yourselves up, the hands face in, the palms face in towards the body, lifting up in 3, 2, 1, and go. If you've got your thighs off the ground, think about engaging those glutes, those muscles deep in the buttocks. This is called a torpedo. For 3, 2, 1, come on down. Maybe take a little windshield wiper side to side. All right, this time those palms face up. 3, 2, 1, go. Think about those back muscles. Engage the lat muscles, those big muscles that run along the back. Activating your core. You've got those 5 Pilates points fired up there. Turn on. You have 10 seconds left. Keep breathing. For 3, 2, 1. One more of these. All right, we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. The palms face down. Remember, you don't have to have the legs up. You just be the upper body. Keep going. Last 10 seconds. Neck in line with the spine. Looking down at the ground for 3, 2, 1. Good. Take a nice stretch. Let that all go. All right, we're coming into the last few things. We are going to do some planks next. So I'm going to give you lots of options for the planks. You could do a forearm plank. You could do a high plank. I'm going to let you decide, and I'll show you the options. You're going to come down onto those forearms, stack your elbows under your shoulders. You can have your toes together, shift yourself forward. Think about pulling out your belly to the back. You can have feet out. You can have knees down. You can do all of those in a high plank with your wrists under your shoulders, coming forward. Take your feet wide. You can take your knees down. I want you to choose the very best options for you. And you're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. So your best options, making sure those wrists are under the shoulders if you're in your high plank. You brought yourself a little bit forward, shoulders back and down. Gaze is just slightly ahead of you. And then come on down. So from here, we're going to start to move. So if you're in that forearm plank, we're going to do some, so you're going to lift 5 on each side. You could do it with your knee down. 5. If you're in your high plank, 5. All right, so setting yourselves up, 5 like this on each side. When you're ready, go ahead. Sides. Come on down, take that stretch. One more exercise. So we're going to do on from the forearm. You can do it as a leg pull, so it's going to come to the elbow. 5 on each side. If you have your knee down, you can still do that. You could come up and do it this way on tabletop, 5 to each side. Or you can come up in your high plank and do those 5 knee to elbow turns. All right, so the last exercise of the day, everybody. Set yourself up and go. As soon as you're done your 10, you're going to come into child's pose. Take a big, beautiful stretch back. Reach those fingers forward. Nice work. You're going to take your knees out a little bit in this child's pose. And then from here, you're going to take your hips, shift them to one side, walk your hands to the opposite side. Stretch out those obliques and those lat muscles. Knowing that you did an amazing job today. You got to your mats. You joined us. Amazing. Go the other way. We're going to come back. We're going to swing ourselves over onto our backs. Coming onto your back. You're going to take one of your feet flat to the ground. You're going to bring your hands up over your head and stretch. If it is available to you and it does not bother your lower back, you can extend your legs out, reach your arms up overhead, and do a big, beautiful good morning stretch. You can always keep your feet flat on the ground and do that stretch as well. And then you're going to bring one knee into your chest, give it a hug. You can keep that foot flat on the ground or you can extend it. And then you're going to start to bring that knee out to the side, down towards the front of the room, and then back towards your chest. So you're doing little circles. Opening up those hips. Good. And then you're going to take the opposite hand, bring that leg across your body. You can bend, your foot can touch the ground, whatever you need to feel that nice little stretch. Arms out to the sides. And come back up to center. Again, you can drop that foot to the ground, you can extend it, it's totally up to you. Do those nice, beautiful circles with your hips. You can always put your opposite hand on your other hip and just help to keep it down. And we'll bring the opposite hand to that leg, drop it down, open up. Come back up to center. You can do some windshield wipers, take the arms out. And then we're going to take our feet back to center. Take your feet up to the ceiling. Reach either for the outside, the inside of the feet. Maybe it's just the back of the legs that you can reach. Keep everything else down on the ground. And you can do a little happy baby here. Maybe your baby moves side to side. When I try to do this, my baby always tips over. That's okay. And then we're going to bring our knees in, bring our hands behind our legs. Just do a little rock and roll. Massage that back. Coming up to a seated position. Coming back to where we started. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthening out that spine. Do a nice big shoulder roll. Reverse it. Take a big, beautiful inhale. And then let that go. Take a little twist to one side. Come back to the center. Take a big, beautiful inhale. Let that go. Come back to center. Give yourselves all a huge hug for coming out today, for spending this time on you. I really appreciate it, and I'm so grateful that you all showed up this morning. Thank you so much. I always like to leave you with a positive message. So remember that there are some things we can only learn during the storm.